This is on the trail just north of the Humber Bay Yacht Club, between the Humber Bay Yacht Club and the Old Mill subway station. And this is quite the cliff here. I didn't realize there was so much floodplain down here. It's my first time, well, maybe not my first time, but it's my first time in about 30-40 years since I've looked over this cliff. And there is a tremendous amount of floodplain back there. I think I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna go down there and check it out. Okay, so this is my first time at this spot. I can pretty much say ever. I don't even think I was down here as a kid. There's the old mill, or sorry, the Blue Bridge that goes over the Humber River, just south of the old mill TTC bridge, subway bridge. And I was just up there, and there's a path that comes through here, but this is all muddy. I didn't ride the bike. I pushed it through. As you can see, the bike is pretty kitted up today and muddy. All the mud's not from today. My last ride I went through a bit of a swamp, but the water's deep here. It's a natural sandy beach, and I would say I'd be over my head about 12 feet out. So this is where it drains into Lake Ontario. It's got a little ways to go yet, but the Humber Bay Yacht Club is just up a little bit around this cliff face, jutting out there a little bit. So I'm going to set up a little bit of a camp here today and do a barbecue. So my bike today, I got my first aid kit back on it, have my breakdown table, my breakdown chair. I got some charcoal and some wood grade or cooking grade pellets in here for my little barbecue. Got my bigger trunk bag on today. I got my half dome tent. I got a couple poles in case I want to set up a tarp. I may or may not do that. And I have my barbecue in there. I'll go over it once it's all broke down. Okay, so I got my setup. Unfortunately, I had to put my tent, my dome tent, with the sun behind it. I would like to have had the sun on me fully, but the wind's blowing that way. And anyone knows who's ever set up this sort of thing, you can tell it's breezy. It's not like super windy, but it's breezy. It's a hassle putting up the tent. I had to stake it in. Plus, I put all my gear in it. These tents are pretty much specifically designed for this sort of thing, just a shelter from the wind. I'm going to set up my barbecue there. I got a breakdown barbecue. Now my one Tigris chair, I haven't used it since my minus 20 Celsius camp, where it didn't perform too well. The elastics that make putting it together easier, I guess, were frozen, and the chair malfunctioned. I made it work, but I haven't used it since then. That was, I believe, late January. So now, yeah, it's working fine. Covered my bike up. People, they'll know it's a bike, but a little more of a windbreak as well. And now I'm going to set up my barbecue and get this barbecue started. Now the barbecue comes with this grate, but I bought a couple bigger, heavier gauge stainless steel ones. I like those better. They retain the heat better. They produce hatch marks on your proteins. I haven't set this up in a while. Yeah, this thing's warped out pretty good. Yeah, and I gotta cook it like that. We have to move it a little closer to the dome tent because the wind is picking up. Now I'm hoping to get a little sun on my my head today. My chrome dome's been in underneath a hat for a few months now, and as I'm trying to start this exploding barbecue, I'm getting quite a bit of sun, which is good, and wind. Need to get a little color back on my cranium. And when you use charcoal, obviously it takes a little longer to get going. I could have brought my breakdown larger twig stove and just cooked the pork chops right over some wood I could have harvested right here. But I felt like charcoal today, so another unfortunate part is you got to pack that in, but I had my bike today, so I don't really care. The backpack on the bike was 27 pounds. The front pack with my charcoal, and I had some wood pellets I'm not going to use, that was about 4 pounds. My chair and my breakdown table combined is about 6 pounds. So what do we got? 33, got about 37 pounds of extra weight on the bike, strapped to the bike. And my sling bag today was 9 pounds. So what do we got? 36, we got 45 extra pounds total, which is very manageable for me in the bike. Not a problem. I have way more weight on it. I'll tell you one thing, I'll have a little less gas going back. I think it's going. I think I'll let that go. And like I said earlier, I'm going to put the grate upside down. One pork chop there, one pork chop there. I brought 2 pork chops. It's quite nice down here. I've seen some people go by with a canoe just 5 minutes ago. I didn't get them on camera. And like I said, I had one guy down here with his boxer dog, and another guy came down with his kid. But I don't think I'm going to get too many people down here. But having said that, you never know. So this is my little barbecue setup on the banks of the Humber. First time at the beach. I'm not drinking any Humber water today. I brought some water. I did add some maple food grade wood pellets to it. Let that burn off a little bit. Get the grill nice and hot, and throw the pork chops on. All I brought today was just pork chops, no vegetables. Going to be carnivore lunch. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. Canadian Cobra chicken. Diving for a little food. Got some flame coming into the queue now. It's just the pellets. I think we're ready to go with putting the protein, the pork chops on. So they're relatively small pork chops. Like I said, they're bone in, and they are Greek seasoned. So they're cryovac, and just got to get them out of the packaging. So yeah, they're gonna cook pretty quick. Yeah. How are you? Good day for this? Yeah, some people just aren't too talkative. She's one of them. Oh man. Oh, I gotta stop trying to be so nice to people. The unfortunate part of this little charcoal barbecue, you don't have much depth with regards to the actual the charcoal pit, so the heat is extremely close to the chop, and you want to cook pork all the way through. But I gotta keep them off to the side, cook them slow. Should be okay. Hang them off the bone. Get them a little distance from the charcoal. Coming along nicely. They're gonna have a crust on them. On the bottom of the barbecue, I have a silicone mat I bring with me, just in case any hot embers fall down on the table. The table's made of aluminum. It wouldn't really matter if it did, but it also keeps the table clean, and that has it's pretty flame resistant. Just a little extra information. Now I'm gonna tack the first one. I'm pretty sure it's cooked. Like I said, no accoutrement today, just pork chop. Oh yeah. Oh, it's hot. Very tasty. Very juicy too. Nice. Very nice. Said in one of my videos before, some of these guys that go into the bush, and I'm not in the bush today, but some of these guys that go into the bush and with the elaborate meals they make, and it's not even so much the elaborate meal they make, it's the quantity of food that they can eat. Like Luke from Outdoor Boys, and I think his name's Sid from Sid and Abel. Sid and Abel's in New Zealand and Luke's in Alaska. But when these guys put, get their food going, you would think they're cooking for 4 people, but they're cooking for themselves. And I understand, like when you're going in, you're hiking in the distances these guys do. Sid, he's up in the mountains in New Zealand, and Luke, well, I think he's got the biggest outdoor channel in the world. He's predominantly in North America, but he travels the world. But he spends a lot of time in Alaska, in sub-zero, sub-freezing temperatures. And that guy, like when he makes like a stew or something, he's filling the whole pot up and he's eating the whole pot. I can't believe it. Me, I'm not such a huge eater. Like these 2 pork chops, they'll be fine for me. Oh, I'm just glad I'm not wearing any long underwear today. I'm not wearing a toque or even a hat. Oh, it was a pretty, as far as Toronto winters goes, I would say it was a little nasty this year. We got some snow, got quite a bit of some cold temperatures. Last year we didn't really have a winter, the year prior, but this winter, yeah, it got to me a little bit, but that's because I was spending time out. If you just spend time indoors and you don't want to do any camping setup or any sort of trekking in cold temperatures, it's not a problem. But as soon as you pack up, anyone that does this sort of thing, anyone that packs up going into cold temperatures, you got to bring a lot more stuff, and it's just your body moves slower. It's just your hands and your dexterity. It's all compromised with the cold. On to chop 2. This one's bigger for sure. So you can see a nice crust on it. The first one, yeah, I'm still hungry. I don't like the fat on pork, or I don't like the fat on anything. But if I was out in a survival situation, I'd definitely be eating the fat, because you don't know when your next meal is going to come. But I know I got a meal wherever. Not wherever, but I know I got a meal at home. More kayakers over there. There's a place just behind me that you could rent canoes and kayaks. I've never done it. I'm not a canoe or kayak guy. I don't like them. I find them unstable. But yeah, so if I were to ever go portaging, it would be that'd be rare. That's not on my to-do list. But having said that, for people that do it, it's awesome, because the campsite you can attain by canoeing in as opposed to hiking in. It's fantastic, because they're difficult to get to, so the traffic of them being used is a lot less, so you're more remote. This is the second one. I've had a pork chop in a long time, but these ones are President's Choice from Loblaws. If you're watching in the U.S., it's a good name brand up here. So these are very tasty. Got a nice crust on it. I would say that's just shy of an inch thick. It's just nice to come out and experience some sun, and today right now I guess it's about 8 degrees above 8 degrees Celsius, so plenty warm. If it wasn't windy, which it seems to be all the time in Toronto these days. Now, a lot of people would throw the bones into the woods. I'm sure like a raccoon or a coyote or whatever, a skunk, whatever, would love it. But I don't do that. I pack everything that I bring in, I pack back out. I don't leave nothing. You know, would it hurt to throw a bone? Yeah, it might. You know, a coyote chokes on this or whatever. I don't do it. I don't throw nothing in the water. I pack it all back out, and it's no big deal. I don't have a lot of things. But no matter where I am, if I can burn it, I'll burn it. But I can't burn nothing here today because I got a charcoal barbecue. So that all gets packed out and goes in either in the garbage at my house or I'll find a garbage on the way home. When I was packing this shore lunch up at my house, I was thinking maybe I should bring salt and pepper. I'm glad I didn't pack it. I don't need it. These things were loaded with salt. You can taste it. And that's what normally I don't like buying pre-marinated meat for that simple reason. Sometimes I go a little overboard. So you know, I've had these in my freezer for quite a while, and I'm going through some of my stock, rotating it out, and these came up on the list. So that's why I'm eating them today. But normally I don't buy pre-marinated anything normally. This is good, don't get me wrong, it's good, but I wouldn't have put so much salt in it. So it might be good in a survival situation, but yeah, it's okay. Just water. No more wine in that Yeti anymore. Not for I don't know, about 15 months. I haven't had a drink of alcohol. What do we got here? 15 months. Okay, that's going to conclude this episode of Do Your Ohms. I've packed up my bike for the day. I'm going to show you my footprint. There's nothing there but footprints. All my stuff that came in it's packed back out. I got a couple ducks checking in on me to make sure. That's cool. That's cool. Everything's cool here, guys. They're probably looking for a little food, but I don't have any. No food, guys. No food. There's the male. And that's his wife. They mate for life. So, yeah. So I got to walk my bike through over there because I can't ride through because it's pretty mucky. But I'm going to take the long way home. So I probably have about 7 kilometers from here to get back to my house. And that's good. Coming up onto the beach. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.